So the Prime Minister's been speaking to the press on UK military action in Yemen. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
Well, our aim is to de-escalate tensions in the region and actually restore stability back to the area. We faced an escalating series of attacks from the Houthis on commercial shipping, including an attack on a Royal Navy warship. That's unacceptable. It was right that we took proportionate, targeted action against military targets to send a strong message that that behaviour is unacceptable. It was a last resort. It came after the end of exhaustive diplomatic activity, including a UN Security Council resolution, and now I think it's incumbent on the Houthis to recognise the international condemnation for what they're doing and desist. But we, of course, will not hesitate to protect our security where required.
Or further action if required.
As I said, we will not hesitate to ensure the security and safety of British people and our interests and our assets.
On the Rwanda bill, which is in the Commons this week, are you prepared to discipline your front bench over the Rwanda bill, including potentially your deputy chairman, if he votes against the measure this week or in favour of the amendments? Would you sack him and other rebels?
The Conservative Party are completely united in wanting to stop the boats. We share the frustration of the British people about this situation. That's why I set it out as one of my 5 priorities. We're all fed up with this legal merry-go-round of challenges to our Rwanda policy. I'm determined to get this new legislation onto the statute book so we can get our Rwanda scheme up and running. We've made good progress so far, thanks to the hard work of many, which means that the numbers of arrivals are down by over a third last year. That shows the plan is working. But in order to finish the job, we do need a deterrent like Rwanda, and that's why I'm determined to do everything I can to get this bill, which is, by the way, the toughest piece of migration legislation that Parliament has ever seen, onto the statute books so we can finally grip this problem.
And on the rebels, any action against them?
I'll say, look, of course, I'm talking to all my colleagues, but I know everyone's frustrated. I'm frustrated about this situation, and they want to see an end to the legal merry-go-round. I'm confident that the bill we've got is the toughest that anyone's ever seen, and it will resolve this issue once and for all.
Finally, on the YouGov polls in today's Daily Telegraph, it says your party's facing a 1997 style election wipeout. What's your response and how can you turn it around?
There have been lots of polls over the last year. There'll be hundreds more polls. The only one that matters is the one when the general election comes. And the choice of that election is clear. It's to stick with our plan that is working. It's delivering change for people, ensuring that they can have the peace of mind that there's a brighter future for their children, that we can have renewed pride in our country. Or the alternative, which is Keir Starmer and going back to square one with him. He can't say what he will do. He's been leader of the opposition for 4 years now. He hasn't said what he'd do differently, and that's because he doesn't have a plan. So that's the choice. Stick with the plan that is delivering change, making a difference, or go back to square one.